Glorious day to you, my friends. This is the Angel Inspiration reading. Inspiration. For the week starting today, Monday, May 10th through Sunday, May 16th. And since I'm traveling and don't have my Palo Santo, we will cleanse these with the holy fire. We invite and allow the holy fire to flow in, through, and around, in every way and everywhere and everyone, cleansing these cards, removing all energies that are not related to this inspiration. And we invite in our angels, the archangels, and our angelic guides. So I did shuffle a little bit because it's kind of hard to shuffle otherwise. Let's introduce the crystals. So the main crystal here is epidote with copper. Copper inside the epidote. And it's to be shaped like a little pig. There we go, there's the flash of the copper. And this is the stone of abundance. Let me see if I can put it back without disturbing anything. Lemurian, 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 Lemurian singing. Lemurian, 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 Lemurian. In the stars, the ones who want to be central are Hiddenite, Hiddenite, and Hiddenite. And we have some orange selenite. The creative angelic realms. Let's see, where are we going? There we go. Aragonite, 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 for grounding our dreams and our manifestations of abundance. Singing quartz with chlorite. I don't know if it's gonna be able to see the chlorite, but these are singing quartz. And 3 of those. And we have here a dodecahedron of lapis lazuli. I don't know, where can we get the, there we go. And some raw, clear topaz. This is rare stuff and mined by an individual, a friend of the shop owner. And what's holding down the book, keeping it closed, is another big pocket stone of lapis lazuli. So Isis, Ostara, Inanna, Nihatia Renanahata Kucha, Arhasasasi, the divine feminine. Is present here. Oh, and we also have some lavender and angelite that I pulled out of the North Fork of the French Broad River, one of the creeks that feed it. So here we go. So what is? We're asking for the main theme. What's the main theme for inspiration? What we wish to create, or what we what they would love us to focus on. Oh, we also have here pretty much it's a glass marble, but I found this. I just started talking to my son Matt about this, the Nobel Prize in Physics that was just issued. It was shared, and one of them happens to be how they can levitate a sphere of glass with a laser. And then I just started talking, and I found this on the ground. So that is some abundance there. And my little crystal ball. There we go. And what pops out? Archangel Raguel. Don't you love it? It's planet Earth, but it's this glass sphere. Shishia watara naniti kita kuara wata arnarata titu kuratata. Let's see what they say about Raguel. The friend of God. Raguel has shown up in several inspirations. Justice, fairness, resolution. Raguel, his job is harmony, maintaining harmony among the angelic realms. And kushaha. So harmony. Not only harmony, but nihasa atakatiri. That kind of godly angelic harmony. And looky here, we got some light from below, representing the grounding, the harmony of the light above and the light below. And light is coming out of his well, not necessarily from the camera, but there are spirals of light coming from his hands, and his heart and his solar plexus are illuminated. So very, very interesting. Correlates with the sphere and the epidote in copper. Now for the east, there it is. For the east, for the new, for grounding, show justice. And we have 7 and we have 14. Show justice. And again, light below. Look at that. And light above the crown. Can we see that? And the scales have light. So we have light coming from the 4 directions in 2 cards. Coming from the 2 hands, the left and the right, and the crown and the root. Now, inspiration for the fire, for the south, for the change. For the height of life. So huku shashawa tita deniara tatakasa nanata takatukuro. Utanawata ananata tita katata. Nisuko anawahatati. Kasha ara haratanani dieta. Iska hata arahanana. Nothing's happening yet. Isa hananani tuku. Sha'atira. So they just want light language apparently. Hisa hananaya rata kata kititika. Shushuunaha warare. Yayata ataka. Kachishiwi. Onohano orodo. Alright. Love. Neokatananiara tatati tikiskananiara. Nananiara tukutakara hasananiara tati. Nihata arahananiara takatakatakurva tata. And now for the west, for the water, for the nurturing, Isa Arawata Arakahaya, Asahananata Atakucha, Yata Arahatiti Tikasa. Okay, you missed. Kinaharatiti Tikata. Kacha Uta Nanwata Ede, Yayanana Tukutakawada. So here's the love. And again, light coming from the crown. And the light is also forming wings and hugging. And there's a heart light, hard to see on camera. And withdraw. Because sometimes we need to withdraw to nurture ourselves. And withdrawing isn't necessarily like this picture here. We don't have to go into the fetal position. Withdrawing simply is withdrawing to our heart center and listening to that input, that sensory input, instead of listening to everything that everyone else has to say, or the limitations of our visual world, or this touch and feel. Nahata arahata katitaka anahariara. Kuchiira. Nasa atakatitika araharatitiara. Sahasa anahata kituku. And now for the north. Nihakata arahatakiri aranahatakuta. Sa atakua. Isa ata arahatananiyaratata. For the north, for the rebirth, isahananiyarataka. For the air, hata ariyadanayakata. For the intellect, niyukutakarasa atita. There we go, it flew out. It flew out. Isahananiyarata. Archangel Gabriel, nihakanananiyaratata. Archangel Gabriel is the watcher of the north. Along with the star Valmalha, the messenger of God. Kasa ati karawara harnanira atakasa ariaranana kocha arawata ana haretirorka. Inviting us with harmony to show justice in the physicality in this world. In the fire of love. And at times, withdraw and nurture ourselves from within. And this is number 9, which is the rebirth number. We have 3 and 33. And 7 is the number of alignment. And 1 and 4 is 5, which is the human number. But it's also Hamsa, we're in the month of May. And and today's the 10th, which is 2 times 5. So we got 2 Hamsas. And Hamsa is, in German, Hamsa is, in the German language, it's a swan. And the swan in Katiso on Onahasawa in Sanskrit, or Hamsa, is the highest aspect of ourselves. Basically, it's the ascension, our ascending to our highest form of consciousness. That's what this month is about. That's what this whole year is about. How can we ascend? How can we be the highest form of ourselves if we're not showing justice? And 33 is the master number of the ascended masters. Nisa ataka ahatukur wata arahasanani aratukutukusha shasha isonhanara aratatiri aratata. So let us jump in. Ragual asks us, do you feel like you've been treated unfairly? And are you struggling with circumstances where it seems like there is no justice? So, what do we do? This is asking us to be the justice. But what is really God's justice? We can be the adjudicator of justice, that we can say, oh, you did this thing wrong, and so therefore here is your punishment, or you did this thing right, so here is your reward. What does God do? God enacted the law of attraction, where God supports us 100% of the time. Isn't that the true justice? Understanding that the other person is simply just reacting. Instead of connecting as an ascended master, connecting in with everything. The justice. Archangel Raguel. Call on Raguel for justice, for guidance in the justice of that situation, how to be more just. So let us go to the justice, to show justice. Again, Archangel Raguel. This is hilarious. The friend of God. The ability to make correct choices and decisions, determining these in others. Does not come from judging, but by being just in your evaluation. In checking your own responses and considering all sides of the situation before taking a stand. And you don't necessarily have to take a stand. And maybe your stand is to stand with God, stand with your angels, stand in the light, stand in alignment. Because look at this show justice. She's blind. Okay? She's standing firmly on the ground with her weight above her hips, anchoring both of her feet, holding out equally both scales, both pans of the scales. And notice what's inside the scales, the light. And she's not judging. She sees what you put in both pans as only the light. And Raguel asks, do you tend to judge others before knowing the whole story? And do you feel that others judge you unfairly. Archangel Raguel asks us to affirm, I treat others justly with fairness and empathy. I acknowledge my own flaws without judgment or criticism, and I acknowledge the flaws in others. As I see the flaws in me, I see the flaws in others. As I forgive the flaws in me, I forgive the flaws in others. Sahawati atanari arata. Sahawati shisha. And Raguel also asks us to affirm, I treat others fairly, bringing harmony in my life. So let's look at 33. Chamuel, Nehakata Ariananate Dusa, Yahata Ariana, the angel of love, joy, openness, and respect. For true justice, can you let respect happen? And Chamuel asks us to ask ourselves, do you feel that you're not deserving of love? Are you afraid you will be hurt if you open your heart to love? True love, real love, is like God's love, is God's love. It's non-judgmental. It is so patient. God waits and always welcomes you home. Hamuel asks us to affirm, I open my heart and receive and give love unconditionally. And the sun just comes out of the clouds. Asks us to affirm, I am a loving person and love and honor myself. Now let's go to Angel Zagzagal, the angel of wisdom. There are times when it's necessary to withdraw from the world in order to rest or to view things from a different perspective. A different perspective. Withdrawing does not mean that you must give up on things. It simply is a period for you to temporarily disengage from a situation or temporarily disengage from all this external stimulus. A respite. This respite, or any respite, allows you the time you need to gain clarity over a situation, using your inner wisdom to discern all the facts. You cannot be objective about things if you are too caught up in them. Amen to that one. Or you're too busy to stop and see things for what they are, instead of what our mind has created them to be, or instead of how we feel and how we're hurt. It is so easy to react and not see the other person's side. Zagzagal asks us not to judge and simply observe and allow the thoughts to flow where they will. Zagzagal asks us, are you too emotionally and physically drained to see the situation clearly? Do you always expect others to perform at full pace or to your expectations? Zagzagal asks us to affirm it's okay to take time off and to reflect on challenging situations. I am able to gain strength and clarity when I detach from a situation. And that type of withdrawal is only beneficial because it's a time to reconnect with the heart center, where God resides, where our angels reside, where God and our angels talk to us. What is wrong with listening to your heart? And Gabriel, oh, my friend Gabriel, the strength of God. Strength, joy, and truth. The withdrawing, the respite, allows us to regain our strength, to regain our joy, regain a perspective on the truth. Gabriel's strength and guidance will assist you to understand where you need to put your focus in order to follow your life's purpose. Or, with regard to the situation where the angels are asking us to show justice, she will help you to gain clarity over your thoughts in order for you to take the necessary action to fulfill your life purpose, bring positive results in your life. Gabriel's guidance helps to inspire artists and writers, communicating the truth. Gabriel asks us to ask ourselves, do you feel you are unable to find purpose or meaning in your life or in a situation? Do past hurts prevent you from finding joy in your life? There's a main theme here. So ati yahanananiyarataka. Uro hatanananiyarasuku achiwasasa. Sa'ananarata arasanani isahawaka. And Gabriel asks us to affirm, I step into my truth and purpose with joy and strength. I invite Archangel Gabriel to shower me with motivation and inspiration. Niota arhananira takatuku shashar nananira kachi isa nananira nata ata nanani. And then sealing blessings. Niakacha anahara tatiara nahatakuta ishahariara nananatiatata. And we ask the angels niakanato kuruta in the holy fire of God nihasha ayana hatakatakura vatata to continually inspire us this week, to continually remind us of the harmony within our heart centers, and with that harmony, to show love and justice. Past hurts, let them be in the past. And if you're ready, and only if you're ready, reach out if you want, if you need. If that's a part of the healing process, or if that's a part of your joy. As we ground this with all these grounding stones and all these light connecting stones. This is such a beautiful inspiration, healing message from our angels, from your angels. There are tears of joy in my eyes. So blessings to you, my friends, and make it a great week.